Hello, I'm Maria with Strange Secret Sacred, and this is my cat Pandora hanging out. This is my first Strange Secret Sacred weekly reading. So the card that I drew for this week, the 25th of February to the 3rd of March 2019, is this card. And sometimes I get frightened with my distractive self and with the way that I left this unfinished. How I could at the time just get scared and run away from my own pain caused by my weakness around you. This card belongs to the escapism season. It is a season that can offer opportunity because it is a method in which one embraces change and tries to know themselves through another person or by exposing themselves to a new situation. But it could also be a coping mechanism that just reflects one's need to run away from the real problem. So this escapism card gives insight on self-sabotage, lack of courage, but it also shows that vulnerability is key to emotional connection with one another. It is a fragment from a letter that speaks about a romance that was somehow left unfinished. It speaks about fear of going deeper into oneself and fear of deepening relationships. The questions to ponder on this week are, number 1, how can I be brave this week? Number 2, what can I do to feel more at home with myself? Number 3, what role do I or does my partner play in the process of my personal growth? So aside from this card, I drew 2 more. One is from the Rumi Tarot set by Nigel Jackson, which is actually a tarot set that is out of print and is not widely available anymore. So I thought that could be a really nice thing to do, considering that there are no readings of this set online from what I've seen. The card that I drew for this week is 2 of coins. The message from Rumi is this: I have revolved with the stars in their signs. The interpretation from Nigel Jackson's guidebook speaks about one working to find a perfect equilibrium. So if you see this image, it shows a dervish dancing, finding his own equilibrium. It reminds me of the axis mundi, the line that connects heaven and earth. So in this spinning activity, the dervish embraces change, and at the heart of the movement there is stillness. So he found his balance in the middle of all these challenging, changing, permanently shifting realities, illusions, events. Now, my card talks about potential self-sabotage, potential escapism, perhaps some challenges that we might face this week. And then the dervish spinning on a perfect axis tells us that we can find a perfect equilibrium in the middle of all this. And that is quite encouraging. I drew 1 more card from the Caroline Myss Archetypes card set. The card that I thought corresponds to my own card and the energy of this week is the Saboteur card. And Caroline Myss claims that we all have this archetype of the Saboteur. So these are the light attributes of the Saboteur. It highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it could bring to your life. And the shadow attribute induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. So according to Caroline, we all have this archetype. So that is an interesting thing to know. As all the archetypes, this archetype is not a negative or a positive one. All the archetypes are actually neutral and they have light attributes and shadow attributes. So we could all behave from one aspect or another. So just being aware of archetypes is super helpful because we can gain a greater perspective over our own behavior, but also other people's behavior, people in our lives. So this is my insight for this week. I hope it will help you sail through the coming week with grace and love. I wish you all the best, and I will see you very soon. Thank you for watching.